What can a Mexican fisherman and a banker show you about living in the now? This is the Matt J. Hunnam Show, where I have candid conversations with inspiring people and turn topics inside out to help you grow your business and create more freedom in life. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. And so I want to just dive right in and let's read a little story. It's one that's widely attributed. You've probably heard it, but maybe you haven't. So let's go. An American investment banker was taking a much needed vacation in a small coastal Mexican village when a small boat with just one fisherman docked. The boat had several large fresh fish in it. The banker, impressed, asked the fisherman how long it took to catch them. "Only a little while," the fisherman replied. The banker asked, "Why don't you stay out longer and catch more fish?" The fisherman shrugged and said, "I have enough to support my family's immediate needs." The American pressed further, "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" The fisherman replied, "I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, take siesta with my wife, stroll into the village each evening where I sip wine and play guitar with my amigos. I have a full and busy life." The banker scoffed. "I'm an Ivy League MBA. I could help you. If you spend more time fishing, you could buy a bigger boat, and then with the proceeds from that boat, you could buy several boats. Eventually, you'd have a fleet. Instead of selling to middlemen, you could sell directly to the processor, maybe open your own cannery and control the product, processing and distribution. Of course, you'd need to leave this village and move to Mexico City to manage your growing enterprise." The fisherman asked, "How long will that take?" Maybe 15 or 20 years, replied the banker. The fisherman nodded. "And then what?" The banker laughed. "That's the best part. When the time is right, you'd sell your company and become very rich. You'd make millions." "Millions? Then what?" The banker said, "Then you'd retire, move to a small coastal village where you could sleep late, fish a little, play with your kids, take siesta with your wife and sip wine while playing guitar with your amigos." The fisherman smiled. What a cool little story that I came across again recently. And it's crazy, hey? Look at what the banker is doing, and it's so obvious when you hear it in this type of context, a little parable, a little story. But when you actually flip that into our own context, it's even more difficult to, dissect amongst the busyness of our life and work and everything that we do. But yeah, look what the fisherman understood from his place in the world. He saw what the banker was trying to do, and he knew that he was trying to do good for him, but he realized that if he went through all of that work and if it all worked, he'd end up with the life that he already has. The banker was, he was delaying happiness in a quest of achievement to some extent. It wasn't, it was the goal that he saw. It wasn't necessarily the goal of the fisherman. But the fisherman was already living it. He was living the outcome or the end result of that life if he chose to follow down that path. And maybe that's what he wanted to do. But if it's not and doesn't sound like it was, he just smiles. We've this sort of Sunday syndrome, waiting decades for freedom that could be chosen now, is an interesting concept. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for chasing down dreams and goals and expansion and everything else, but it depends what you're looking to achieve in life. And if all you want is a quiet life, catching a few fish and relaxing, enjoying yourself, then that's what you should go for. I think especially right now, we've got this whole everyone should be an entrepreneur and everything's about huge business growth and everything else. There's this real lifestyle business, debate in a way happening around whether you should be building to sell, scale, sell, or just build the ideal lifestyle you want, creating the income you want, creating the place the sort of way that you want to live your life, your days, your weeks, or not. Tying into my own experiences, there's a couple of things. One is the whole story has a very similar line to my book, The Donkey and the Sea Turtle, which some of you would be aware of. If you're not, go check that out. Check out the story of the donkey and the sea turtle. Obviously, the donkey is dreaming of being the sea turtle, but he's working hard, and the sea turtle's living the life that he wants to live, and that's what he's going for. It's not the same story, but there's definitely some similarities about not looking for the greener grass somewhere else and understanding what you've already got in this world. But the other one is Niue Island, which in the South Pacific, where I get to visit regularly with my wife being born there. And I just see how the people live over there, and they live a little bit more in this style. Obviously, geographical, political, economic system, all very different, but they live in a way that they can catch some fish. Things like food are plentiful even off the land. There's a small community. They work together. They don't necessarily get caught up in the hectic hustle and bustle that we can create in other places in the world. So that's really exciting too. But it was really, as we're stepping into the new year in 2026, I thought it's a cool story to share, literally for this one question. Are you building a business that supports your life or postponing life for your business? Now, you may know what that journey is, and right now might be a super grind period that you're chasing for a thing later. But in the very wise words of many people I've seen, even building very big businesses, it's all about the journey for them too. And they have to remember that that is the thing that they're looking to achieve. If you want to be catching a few fish in a small village with your family, that's what you should be doing, not pretending that you're trying to build or chase something big to one day be able to do the same thing. The fisherman knew what he wanted, and he was aware enough to understand that if he followed the banker's path, it wasn't going to get him any closer. He had what he wanted. What do you have? Do you have the business? Are you building the business that supports the life you want? Or are you postponing what you want to run a business or support a business or something that's not on your desired path? It's a big question. And I really just want you to ask yourself this question. Are you the banker or the fisherman right now? Thanks for listening to the show, everyone. Check me out on mattjhannam.com or at mattjhannam, H-A-N-H-A-M, on any of the socials. And I look forward to chatting with you next time. Please subscribe to this podcast so you can hear me again. I'll be dropping these episodes every week and have some more interviews and things coming soon. See you next time.